From Hurricane Helene to Typhoon Yagi, powerful storms are battering the globe, and scientists warn that a warming planet is amplifying their destructive force to unprecedented levels. Now, let me explain what the latest research reveals about how climate change is supercharging tropical cyclones. This is the generic term for both hurricanes and typhoons. First things first, warmer ocean surfaces release more water vapor, providing additional energy for storms, which intensifies their winds. A warming atmosphere also allows them to hold more water, boosting heavy rainfall. Now, according to Michael Mann, who is a climatologist at University of Pennsylvania, says on average, the destructive potential of hurricanes has increased about 40% due to the 1 degree Celsius warming that has already taken place. According to experts, climate change set the stage for Helene, which peaked as a Category 4 hurricane. Now, this is what David Zardine, Florida's state climatologist, says. The oceanic heat content was at record level, providing plenty of fuel and potential for a storm like this to gain strength and become a large and very damaging storm. Now, secondly, rapid intensification is also becoming more common. This phenomenon is defined as a hurricane speeding up by 30 knots within a 24-hour period. If intensification happens very close to the coast in the lead up to landfall, it can have a huge effect, which you saw last week in the case of Helene. Let me explain this even further. In a warming climate, patterns are reducing wind shear along both the Atlantic coast of North America and the Pacific coast of Asia. Wind shear is defined as the changes in wind speed and direction with height. When you have strong wind shear, it tends to tear apart the core of the storm. Climate change is also driving higher humidity along coastlines compared to the open ocean. This is likely due to thermal gradient created as land heats faster than water, causing changes in pressure and wind circulation. And that push moisture into the mid-troposphere where storms can access it. However, more data is needed to confirm this hypothesis. Now, additionally, rising sea levels mean cyclones are now operating from a higher baseline, which further amplifies storm surges. Next, while the impact of climate change on how often cyclones happen is still an active area of research, studies suggest it can either increase or decrease frequency depending on the region. Particle pollution generated by industry, vehicles, and the energy sector blocks sunlight, partially offsetting the warming effects of greenhouse gases. Conversely, in Asia, high pollution levels in China and India may be suppressing more frequent storms in the Western Pacific. Another study says that the human activity has increased tropical cyclone activity off Japan's coast, raising the risk of rare precipitation events in the country's west through frontal rain bands. And that is even when the storms themselves don't make landfall.